should be working. We just, this is a take 2. Back-to-back weeks, we had to go through a freaking 2 takes. This is a take 2. Now, I have a long explanation and whatnot because this is a very big episode of the Seattle SuperSonics throwback franchise mode. I don't know how much of that I actually put in the title of my videos anymore, if I'm just being honest. But anyways, I'll tell you, all right, so I'll go through the run-through in a minute, but I'm going to tell you why this is a take 2. So I started the freaking first game against the Spurs, and it had me player locked on Jason Terry, and I went, what the hell? Why is this doing this to me? And I don't even know where the hell it was this. I've been on this before. I didn't know this is what the hell this meant. And so it had me player locked on Jason Terry. And then I went on a whole rant like, why does this series do it? Why? And then I was like, there's got to be a way to fix it. So I did fix it. So, breaking the fourth wall a little bit. So, if you're probably wondering, that's a very stupid episode name. The test run. Like I said, this is a big episode. We're going against 4 of the top teams in the Western Conference. Now, why is it the test run? There's 2 reasons why it is called the test run. A, when I was trialing the series and going through the test runs, I simulated a handful of seasons. And when doing so, these are always the top 4 teams in the Western Conference. In real life, the San Antonio Spurs already had 4 championships with a majority of this core. The Denver Nuggets with Carmelo Anthony and, almost said Ray Allen, but Allen Iverson won a championship in one of the test runs. The Hornets, led by Chris Paul, won a championship. And then the We Believe era Golden State Warriors made it to the finals in one of those test runs. So in test runs of this series, these are always the teams that are competing. And the other reason it's called the test run, if we want to test ourselves and be the top team in the Western Conference, like we are the first seed right now, we're more than likely going to have to go through a handful of these teams. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to try my best. I am fairly certain that we're going to run into that problem at the end of this game where it doesn't save and I got to back out completely and then I lose my mind. I'm going to try my best to not lose my mind. I'm just going to try to ignore it. It's just a part of the series now. It's part of the lore. It's a bit stupid. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know whose fault it is. I don't really want to blame anybody as I immediately go out of freaking bounds. This is a great start. Is it like WrestleMania? Is this our This is definitely can't be our WrestleMania episode. I'll say this is our SummerSlam episode. This is like SummerSlam, but it's like there's no pyro. I don't know. I'm trying to like say that that was a mess up as Ginobili misses. Now I will say this. I'm about to be very burnt out on 2K because I do this series on the channel, and like I said, I get a little bit frustrated. This is also a back-to-back series because I did just do the Grizzlies franchise not that long ago, but I've been playing a lot of my team, and I don't really have like an exact reason why. I completed yesterday. Tim Duncan kind of owns this. I completed the modern domination, whatever they called it, to get the Galaxy Opal LeBron James. I did not know in the very last game that the whole team that you go against are all Galaxy Opals. Like, I knew that the teams and the cards are based on the like new set. I did not know that last game. So I was playing it, and it was halftime, and I was down 2. And normally by then I'm like, that's when I'm up and whatnot. And then I was like, why is this so difficult? And then that's when I realized, oh, that's all Galaxy Opals. But anyways, it took me 3 damn tries to do it because the first try I lost outright. I'll admit I lost. The second try, because you got to also, if you don't play domination, you got to win these games by 10 points or more. And so, like I said, I forgot to get Ray Allen shoes. Y'all probably wondering, he literally got shoes on when you talking about. But anyways, so the second try, I won by 7 points, and then the third try, I won by 21 points. It's definitely more than 21, but I finally completed it. It's long story short. And they added a Galaxy Opal Zach Randolph card. This has happened before. This is happening too much. This is happening way too much for me lately. There's 2 goofs, and we're 5.5 minutes into the video. Zach Randolph was what I was talking about. But I have 30. You got to win 50 clutch time games, and I've won 39, I believe. Now, this is gonna be weird, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the thumbnail because this is gonna be probably top tier thumbnail for this series, maybe even of all time, because I'm gonna have like all 4 of the matchups. I don't really want the referee that involved. All right. This is a great shot. So the plan is I'm gonna have our big 4, if you want to call it a big 4, you can. So I have Richard and Tim Duncan. So next game I need to get Melo, KD. The game after that I need Ray and CP, and then the game after that Jason Terry, and really anybody, to be honest. But the main thing as well is this is the closest on this 2K that I've came to getting a level 40. That was not supposed to be a 3. That was supposed to be taken a lot earlier. Okay. But this is the closest I've came to level 40. And the main reason I've realized this is because, like, if you play, like, a game of domination, it essentially gets you, like, 70% through a level. And, like I said, I did 33 games of domination, at least, because I lost 2, so I had to, like... You get the point that I'm making. So I did a lot of domination, but I'm at level 37 right now. So I'm close to getting a Galaxy Opal James Harden. Long story short, I might end up streaming some of my team soon. We'll just see. Why I haven't been streaming my team already, I don't really have a like exact reason why. You know, concentration reasons, I guess. So if y'all see a video on the channel unlocking Galaxy Opal Zach Randolph, y'all got the scoop on it here. So trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. I don't know if I started that like whole talking point off with saying I'm almost burnt out on 2K, but like I said, I've been playing a lot of 2K this freaking week, watching March Madness and watching wrestling. That's essentially all I've done this week. And obviously the new My Team season will start next week, and so this week is normally just once I reach level 40, I think I'm going to take a break on my team. Like, it'll be a week-long break, and then I'll pop up back on during the start of season 6. I keep getting confused if this is season... I'm pretty sure we're at season 6. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But I'm glad that we finally were able to block Tim Duncan. Shout out Shard right there. Also, forgot to mention, there's probably going to be a longer episode because we're playing 4 games and got to deal with that little issue that I said I was going to bring up. Also, I have no clue what day you're watching this on. You're probably more than likely... This video probably more than likely got uploaded on Saturday. I think I'm going to do the SuperSonics series on Saturdays. You know, SuperSonics Saturday kind of is fitting. Because Fridays are Ring of Honor TV reviews. Sundays might be Shooting the Breeze. Do I have a Shooting the Breeze topic for this week? It's just like, I should have done a lot more videos talking about WrestleMania and the build to WrestleMania. But it's just like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm going to end up talking about everything in the WrestleMania predictions video. So it's kind of like there hasn't like this week's Raw was a great episode of Raw. People complain about Raw. I can understand not wanting to do something for 3 hours, but it's just like this was a great episode of Raw. This would have been an episode worth talking about. But like by the time I get to talk about it, you know, it'll literally be next week's Raw more than likely. So, like I said, any thoughts about WrestleMania I will cover in my predictions video next week. We're almost a week out. So next week on the channel will be a little bit funky because I'm going to have to do WrestleMania predictions and ROH Super Court of Honor predictions more than likely on the same day. I still haven't figured that out yet. So there may or may next week's SuperSonic episode might be a quicker episode. It's a wait and see situation. Okay, I got that's not nice. And then you want to bump up on me. That should be a tech. Where the hell's the? I ain't gonna lie. That referee has not moved. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Right. Nick Collison coming in. Wow. That is what it is. At some point, because like I said, I know that I said that I'd give Ray Allen a new non-2K pair of shoes that I forgot to do. At some point, I might give him his Boston arm sleeve. You know, I know that's not of the most importance, but I'm trying to think. Because, like, he was definitely wearing the arm sleeve in 09. I don't know when he started wearing it exactly, but he obviously wasn't wearing it here because they would have gave it to him already. I held on to that too long. This is the first. What I was getting at is like this is the first time they put Nick Collison at center. I don't know why they specifically did that. Okay, so this gets me a little bit upset in this. Shots that should go in never do. Shots that shouldn't go in do. So it makes the game look a bit more questionable, but you know, a win is a win. You take your lumps where you can get them. I almost messed that up because everybody got in the way. Kind of made for a good scenario there, and another miss as I keep talking about it. I think there's anything else of note to talk about. I do have. So, I have a story. I have I have a story, and I have an idea. I don't know which one to go with first. I was gonna wait until a different scenario because normally I just talk about this or the games in these videos. But there's something that I want to share with all of y'all. So, it's not really like a secret, but it is a like, wow, how the hell is that the case type of thing. But I don't know why I've been thinking about it a lot lately. But here it goes. I have never played a Mario Kart or Super Smash Bros. Game. And it's mainly because, like, I don't have the games. I've looked into buying the games, and they're normally, like, expensive or more than likely bootleg versions that don't work. The cheap versions. So I've never really went out of my way to get either of the games. And to be fair, I don't own a Switch or a Wii. I do own a N64 and a GameCube, which I'm pretty sure the GameCube version of both of those games are the best version of them. But like I said, the GameCube versions are definitely more expensive than the N64 versions. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. Now, I will say this. When I went to an arcade, I went to this arcade once, which, by the way, the arcade, I'm fairly certain it closed due to the pandemic, sadly. But I went to the arcade once, and they had a section that was like console games. So I don't want y'all to say, well, that's not really an arcade, because they did have like arcade machines in an actual arcade. But they had this like room with console game plugged up. They had the GameCube plugged up, and funny enough, the GameCube was plugged up. I think I just said that twice over. Super Smash Bros. Was in it. Now the problem was, A, I was in the room by myself, and B, I didn't know what the hell, how the hell to set it up. I can't believe Tim Duncan got faked out that damn much by what? That's, y'all can look into that if you want. But anyways, I didn't know how to set the thing up regardless, and I got frustrated with it, and I was like, one day. And the funny part is, the main reason I kept saying, well, the N64 is plugged up is because there was an N64 plugged up, and it had the video game No Mercy plugged into it, which is hilarious because I have No Mercy at home. I could have just played No Mercy at home, but I did indulge in one match of No Mercy. I thought I had to. You know what bothers me now? This is another little thing. I don't, in No Mercy, to 2K got people that are watching this. I apologize. I will talk about more WWE in a second, though. But anyways, I have never unlocked Shawn Michaels or Ken Shamrock because you got to, go through the career mode, obviously, and get a lot of this money. And it takes a long-ass time to do that. I should have looked to see if they had Ken Shamrock and Shawn Michaels unlocked. So, that might bother me. One day, I'll unlock the two just to, complete that, I guess. But the main reason I was going to get started talking about this is I really do want to get WWE 2K24. But I am a extreme cheapskate. And the main reason, and it's very similar to Madden, and I've talked about this on the channel before when I was talking about Madden, is I bought Madden 24 mainly because I did not buy Madden 23. And people that buy sports video games, we're used to this topic that they very rarely update or change anything. So the reason I didn't get Madden 23 is because I didn't see anything really different than Madden 22. But it made me more excited to buy and get Madden 24 because now I went 2 years without getting the game. That being said, though, Madden 25, it's also kind of like, hey, we're calling y'all out. Y'all need to actually, do something worth a damn. That could have went in. But, with that being said, and it's funny because I said I have three stipulations that would make me buy Madden 25 a lot earlier. If the Packers made a big offseason move, that way, I'm playing with a new roster. And then it's funny because the Packers signed Xavier McKinney and Josh Jacobs. So that does classify as big offseason moves, which, again, the main point of that being, if I really wanted to, play with those guys on the Packers, I could literally do that on Madden 24. So if your big incentive is that, that's kind of terrible because you could just jump through one or two hurdles and get that set up. So there was that. If Jordan Love is on the cover, which I would be extremely surprised if that was the case. If I had to guess, I couldn't really tell you who I would expect to be on the cover. I want to jump into this game. I should have jumped in a lot earlier to make it more competitive, but if we blow a 14-point lead with 3 minutes left, then we deserve to lose. Who should be on the cover? That I can see it being Christian McCaffrey, probably. As much as I'm not a fan of the 49ers. I was going to compliment Christian McCaffrey, but my 49er hatred will not let me do that. Probably McCaffrey. Or they might... I was about to say something head ass, so I'm not. Because somebody was talking about, all right, the head ass thing I was going to talk about was somebody was talking on Twitter the other day because they already have a Madden 25 game because the 25th anniversary they called Madden 25, so they're interested to see how this goes. I think we're just giving way too much credit. Maybe they're probably just gonna call it Madden 2025 if people care that much about that. But anyways, my qualifiers. So qualifier 1, Packers make a big move. Jordan Love's on the cover. Again, the point that I was trying to make here is that Aaron Rodgers surprisingly has never been on the cover of Madden. I don't understand why. Like Madden 12, why was he not on the cover? I can't go back in time and change that, but you get the point I'm making. The last qualifier is kind of one that I would imagine every person that plays this game has, and that is they update the game. Like they do something different with the game. And just, I feel like they're probably not. So Tim Duncan did score 32 points, but we won by 20 points, so we'll take that. And Ginobili almost dropped a triple-double. Fairly even stats from all of our teams. So good job there. Nick Collison, shout out, 16 rebounds. So, I'm trying to get this to cover. I'm gonna also, every time that I back out, I'm always scared that like y'all gonna see stuff that y'all shouldn't, but really I don't think y'all ever do. So y'all saw us win this. I'm gonna hope. Obviously it didn't save it. I did. See, look at that. I don't get that. It's just literally wasting me not getting VC and having to back out and waste like 20 seconds. So I'm over it. I've been over it. We got this big matchup now with the Denver Nuggets, who are 12-4. Are they second in the West? Remind me to talk about WWE 2K24 was the point I was trying to make there. So they are 5th in the West. Who else is in their division? We're in the same division as them. So a divisional rival. I just now realized that. Wow. I guess to be fair, during like the prime OKC days, like the Nuggets really weren't competing until literally they're at the end of their prime, like Westbrook and KD. I just actually realized that. The more you know. That being said, what was I trying to talk about? WWE. I want to buy WWE 2K24, but I'm stingy. I'm waiting because last year, I'm going to go through this whole story. It's going to be long and boring, but long story short, I didn't buy 2K23 for a handful of reasons. Reason 1, again, I don't think they really changed that much between 2K22 and 23, and I did buy 22. Now, this other thing, this is a heartbreaker. This is one you're like, wow, that really happened to you. Bro, we got Rashard Lewis on right. I did a GM mode because there was like 3 different like levels of GM mode. There was I might be a little bit off with the numbers, but there was a 15-week one, a 30-week one, and a 50-week one. So I did a 50 or a 30-week one, and it went by. The main thing I remember about that is a long Bret Hart Roman Reigns rivalry. And then I ended up doing a 50-week one, and I was dominating it. I'm pretty sure I had it on hard difficulty, so dominating, is a bit of a stretch, but I was going to win because obviously there's a winner and a loser at the end of it. But I was about to win it, and we had 1 month left. And we're at WrestleMania, we had 1 month left, and it just kept freezing. And it confused the absolute hell out of me. I, again, didn't know how to fix it. Why I have these problems with video games, I'll never know. but I never was able to fix it. And it bothered the hell out of me. And that is the one thing that I will remember about WWE 2K22. And so at 2K23, like I said, I didn't want to have to endure that same thing again. I'm also trying to get the KD Melo shot, which is hilarious because Melo playing defense. I'm not going to be able to get it. Is it a good enough shot? I'm sorry if this is hurting y'all. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm going pretty fast. I ain't gonna lie, KD also kind of looking evil. Y'all see his eyes? All right, now he looks normal. All right. Is my mic plugged in? I hope it is. Hello. I heard it on the TV for a second, so that's why I was doing that. So, anyways, 2K23, I felt they didn't really change that much with it, and I didn't want to endure what I did. Also, I was very much waiting because it came out in around March. So I was thinking about June, July, August. That's when it should go like half off. And I was like, that's when I get it. Nope, that stuff never went half off until about Christmas. And I checked almost daily. I should have also complimented Melo on that dunk, but I'm worried about my story time. And then by the time, like I said, it went half off, I was like, I might as well just wait until freaking 2K24 comes out. And so, like I said, I have not really seen many complaints about 2K24. I also think that the DLC packs and the people that are going to be available in the DLC, very, very good selection. So, like I said, for someone who doesn't own the game, it seems like a game that I would want to own, but I don't want to buy it full price and then literally not that long after I could get it for cheaper, because like I said, I am a bit of a cheapskate. So at some point I will own WWE 2K24, and I do plan on streaming it on the channel. Why do we keep doing these switches? Like, why did that automatically have Gortat on AI? I don't think that would work out. Why does Gortat keep going to AI? Why? Why do we keep enduring this? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all ain't never gonna see it because I already deleted it. But that rant I had at the beginning of the first take, and I'm like, why is the series doing this to me? Because of that player lock situation. Low key, just kind of been symbolizing this series. If I didn't hide, bro. How do I fix this? I'm just going to put it in a trap for now. Or call a timeout. Yeah, I'm calling timeout. Let me call timeout. Y'all see this too. Like, did I accidentally press something that I didn't mean to? Like, if it is, that would be understandable. But I don't think I did. As we get this thing. This is just like... We've gotten some we're 4 episodes in. We've gotten some all-time, like, gags going on. Like, even all-time television shows don't have the amount of gags that we do in this series. This isn't even supposed to be a comedy. I guess you could probably classify it as a comedy. What would you classify this as? Sports? Alright, that was a gag. I didn't want to test it. You know, ha, Gortat, you gotta go on the bench now, though, buddy. Alright, so now they have him back on Camby. And Camby's gonna score because it made me block the hell in on him. You know, Marcus Camby, I will leave you open for 3 if you want to really endure that. Okay, the smallest guy on the court said, like, I'll take that. I'll take that. Like, to be fair, he wasn't even trying to set a screen. He very much seemed like he was trying to close Ray Allen. So, I did forget I put it in it. All right. Bro, they gave Nene a star? Nene was good, but a star? He's backing up. He's back. He's trying to go to the freaking half-court line. I apologize, Nene. I apologize. Is that a custom? I don't think that was... I was going to say, is that a custom Nene? So, close game thus far. This is the last thing I'll say about 2K WWE. I will say this. This is when I just started in real life. I realized it a lot earlier, but I never bought WWE 2K20 as well. Now, I apologize. I probably should have actually warned y'all, hey, I want to talk about WWE 2K20 for a second, but I never bought that. And I remember somebody asking me, hey, are you going to buy it? And I said, no. Like, this was a month, a little even less than a month before the game came out, and I'm like, I don't think they have changed much about this game, or even like given a reason like why I should like look to buy this game. And so like this is before the whole crap storm came with it, and it was just glitched and terrible that I had already decided I wasn't buying it. So, but like I said, they just didn't seem like they changed anything. It didn't really give me any incentive to buy the game. So, I very much, I've started coming to that conclusion. Like I said, I did that with 2K, this 2K. Like, I don't think they really changed that much. Like, 2K23, I'll give them credit because they had the Jordan mode, they had the older My NBA era stuff. But it's just like, compared to 2K24, like, the only thing that was, like, different was the Kobe mode, in which I've accidentally clicked on it, but I've never played any of those games and probably never will. It's not really a diss, but it's just like, I got too much my team levels I gotta level up. So, and it's almost the same thing with UFC 5, where I've wanted to get UFC 5 because it has literally been 4 years, now 3 years, or 4 years, because UFC 4 came out in 2020. The week of Daniel Cormier Stipe 3, I believe. I don't know what UFC number that it was. That's why I said the fight. Because I remember going to that was probably the last time I ever went to GameStop, because I like collecting physical copies and my GameStop closed down. But anyways, UFC 5, I haven't heard any good things about the game. I don't really know. Besides adding Fedor Emelianenko and Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, I don't really know much that has changed. But I will at least give them credit, because that game has been half off like almost a month after it came out, which was a little bit sad, but, not the saddest thing. So our bench is already in, besides... I don't think they added... Well, I was about to say, I didn't think they added points, but I was going to go points. So is this Kenyon Martin here? Did Kenyon Martin come off the bench? I don't think he did. I think he started in real life. That's why I was like very confused why Nene was out there, but I wasn't going to ask any questions. Boy, Marcus Camby, former Depoy. We're almost at the end of the NBA regular season. I will tell y'all now, I'm not doing... Last year, I don't know how many freaking videos exactly I made, but I made a series where I talked about things I wanted each team to do in the offseason, and I covered every team except the Utah Jazz and the Indiana Pacers, because I essentially said those teams are both on the right trajectory, that they don't really have to make that big of a change in the offseason. And to be fair, they didn't. But regardless, I don't plan on doing that series again this year, because I'm not as educated with the draft this year as I was last year. I will say, I very much wanted to do that series that I could talk about Wemby going to the Spurs even before the Spurs won the draft lottery. I thought that was going to go in. And some other things and like trade scenarios I wanted to talk about. So, It was a fun. It was in the beginning. It was fun, but by the end, I'm like, I don't really know what to even talk about anymore. So that is why I'm not doing that series again. But I was pretty much saying playoffs. I don't even know the standing. I know the Nuggets. Last time I looked, were one. I think it's Nuggets, Thunder, Wolves, Clippers, Pels. It's either I remember watching the Nugget or the Kings and Mavericks, and I think they kept saying the winner of this game is 6, which again we're like not like this isn't the determining factor. Obviously, like the main story in the NBA has been the Rockets' win streak, and can they take the Warrior spot in the play-in, which is a wait-see situation. I will say this. It would be poetic because more than likely, I was saying this last offseason though, but like more than likely, this is like the last year that Clay, Steph, and Draymond are on the Warriors. Like at least all 3 of them. I think more than likely, that's what a lot of like the general public think. You know, I don't know what the hell Klay Thompson's going to do in the offseason is the point I'm trying to make here, but it would be very poetic if the Rockets kept them from making the playoffs after the Warriors kept the Rockets from getting into the finals, like their main run as a trio. It would be very fitting. So, but I do think the NBA will do everything in their power to have the play-in. I'm not going to say they're going to rig games, but I very much think the NBA is just like licking their lips, getting got the chapstick out and everything. Because Suns, Mavericks, Lakers, Warriors play-in. Like Lakers, Warriors play-in. Again, it's also not the best thing for basketball that 2 teams that made it to the second round literally are in the play-in the next year. But, you know, that's a story for a different discussion. But I don't think the NBA very much are like, the Rockets, yeah, we need the Rockets there. So, also like how I literally just covered the Western Conference. Eastern Conference is not really that much to talk about, is there? It's the Celtics, it's the Bucks. Shout out to the Knicks, I guess. I never want to give the Knicks credit. I don't really know why. I always put over Madison Square Garden, though. Bro, this is going to be a long-ass episode. Because normally this would be right about what we're into, but we're only halfway through. Thank you for not fouling me. I will say this as well, because like I said, next week's schedule, I don't know yet. I also don't know. I was talking about videos that I made last year. Last year, I made a video. This is wrestling related, by the way. I made a video talking about things I wanted to see in WWE after WrestleMania 39. And I feel I should make a response video to that because we're literally a year later. And if I am going to do that, I have to do it this week because WrestleMania next week is, you got to talk about that stuff then. So if y'all see any video, it's probably going to be related to that. I'm just going to hope that didn't go in. The game is close. Nothing bothers. There's a lot that bothers me, obviously, but we had like a 13-point lead at one point. Now it's tied at 101, 101. But for you guys, this is a good thing because y'all getting close action. So here are the stats. Hey, I got 5 turnovers. To be fair, Ray Allen had 4 turnovers last game, so can't really spend that much time talking about turnovers. That's going to be and 1. That's going to be and 1. I'm going to hope we just beat the crap out of the Hornets or the Warriors really quickly. As I miss a free throw, I got to worry about this game first. Bro, where is Jason Terry? He fell out? No. I said put in the starters. I won't lie to y'all. One of my, memories of Kyle Korver was him in the 3-point contest and Allen Iverson hyping him up, sitting there and watching it. That was a close shot. They're going to call that a foul. Y'all can call it a foul, but it ain't no 3-point foul. He was jumping over the line. All right, we're going to do something risky. Actually, no, we're not. I was going to put in... This is not the game to do a small ball lineup. So let me bring Ray Allen back in. Oh, they saying it was 3. They were saying it was 3. He's literally jumped over, like he's over the line. All right, so now they got a 1-point lead. And Jason Terry is tired, so I would imagine that's why he was sitting on the bench. This is going to go in. It's going to go in, but I did not plan on it. Remember at the beginning of this series, and I was talking about my jump shot being terrible? Yeah, that was a long, long ass time ago now. As now, in the clutchest moments of this game, we're going through this crap. To be fair, Allen Iverson has not hit a shot. His whole team has helped him out. Bro, Charlie Lewis only got 2 points. You gotta fix that. Oh, we're tied. I definitely thought they had a lead. Am I just stupid? 12%? Bro, and they really got upset that I was talking about him. I didn't even say anything bad. I just said, oh, they gave him a little star badge. Bro, the fucking... What the hell? I didn't want to say that, but it did slip out. It did slip out. I passed that a long time ago. Bro, the worst thing that could happen is overtime. It's not the worst thing, but... I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to start yawning. I'm not even calling it boring. I'm calling it tired. And then tired of this bull crap where they got this going on. Granted, besides the last possession and now this possession, it had worked out. You know what? You know what? This might come back to bite me. We're doing the small ball lineup. No, we're... Do I need... We're trying it. We're trying it. That way, I could at least trust 1 through 5. They more than likely can guard AI. Now, that being said, Charlie Lewis did get... To be fair, this would not... Because Charlie Lewis only had... Shooting 12%. Almost didn't get over the line. TNA wrestling. Okay. Now, again, we had a center out there, and he didn't even get the rebound. Again, this is not... Okay. Allen, I knew the moment I said he hadn't hit a shot, he was gonna... He scored the last 6 points for him. Bro, we're tied. You know, okay. I'm liking my decision now. We're doing small ball 10 years before it's popular. Around 10 years before it's popular. Okay. If Rashard Lewis could just rebound, this would be a good idea. KD, get over the line. It's a mismatch right here. Bruv. That's definitely him. I made this a lot more difficult than I needed it to. There's Kyle Korver, 6th man of the year right there. Now, do I risk it by leaving this lineup in or bringing in a defensive lineup? I'm going to see what it's recommended for defense. I think I'd rather keep this lineup in. Okay. Oh! There. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. I ain't gonna lie. They probably should have called that a kickball. They really should have called that a kickball. I ain't complaining. I also don't know how many timeouts they got left, so we might have to go through that ordeal. Okay. They got one timeout left. Do not foul them. It's more of the story now. We need to, realistically speaking, just leave Camby open. Unless he's inbounding. If he hits a 3, he's inbounding. All right. Nene, superstar Nene. I'm going to hope that I'm saying that right. I've always heard it said Nene. Okay, that could have went worse. All right, we did win by 3 in a close matchup. I should have called this something. Like, y'all gonna tell me Kyle Korver doesn't look like Jeff Hardy? I've thought that for a while. I said it to somebody and they didn't see it. Like, I can't be the only one. Especially, like, do a side-by-side. Really do a side-by-side. So there's the last stats. It's now we have to go to New Orleans to play against MVP level CP3. It's always funny because he didn't win MVP, which I'm only joking about that. Yeah. But everybody's like, he could have won MVP. He should have won MVP. He almost won MVP. But like, that's why I have to say MVP level because he didn't. To be fair, he might win it on here, and I look like a goof. Also, I'll ask y'all this. Do I waste my time? Because I don't have any good Pistons or Warriors players. So I would have to, like, spend my team coins to get 10 good Piston players. Or not even, I don't really need 10 good Pistons players. Do I waste my time, like, trying to get this Dennis Rodman card? We'll see. I doubt that I get it, but I have nothing but good things to say about Dennis Rodman. So now we're going to New Orleans, home of WrestleMania 30 and 34, to play the Hornets. It is also, this is like, they really trying to do us up because I don't think New Orleans is anywhere near Golden State. So we got to travel the next day there. Here's their team. They got Grant Hill, David West, Tyson Chandler. Back-to-back games we're playing against former Defensive Player of the Year, as I realized. So the first game was Richard, Tim Duncan. The second game was Melo and KD. So this game we need Allen and CP3. And like I said, the last game, Jason Terry. And anybody. They got Jason Richardson still, which I don't know who would be on. I know Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, Monte. I'm gonna do Monte Ellis if he's there, which was also fitting because Monte Ellis. Bro, look at this! Look at this game! Look at this game! The playoffs! The playoffs! Is this a preview? Is this a preview? Y'all see this though? Y'all see this stuff? The playoffs. Y'all really see this? The playoffs in November. I think this is actually a custom court. This has got to be a custom court. Because look at that font. Okay. Charlotte Lewis going through a bit of a rough stint. I think that's the saying. Bro, they almost did that stuff where Jason Terry was guarding Tyson Chandler, who did end up winning finals together on a completely different team. So, Ray, I need you to do me a favor and get guarded by Chris Paul. We came very close. I ain't gonna lie, Ray Allen's quick as hell. Oh, nah. We ain't even scored. We ain't even scored. Bro, that was a bit funny. Bro. I say bro and bruv a lot too much. That should get blocked. That, I'm going to hope that was blocked. I don't think they'll say it was, but it definitely hit off the rim a bit crazy. They dead as like, yeah, playoffs. You know, I'm going to do the simple thing and just do Jason Terry and Chris Paul as the matchup. But I'm going to wait till Chris Paul starts shooting the ball. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. The most, like, noteworthy thing I feel like from this era of the Hornets... I was about to say something very stupid. I think my most noteworthy thing about this era of the Hornets are literally the Valentine's Day jerseys they wore once, and then, like, hearing everybody, like, tell the story of, like, why they wore them once and, like, why they're so rare. Like, this is, like, my first memory when I think of, like, this era of the Hornets. And then CP3 almost winning MVP. So, you know, like I said, he's trying to win MVP on here because he's kind of doing good so far. 50 minutes in. I don't think that doesn't even feel feasible. I'm trying new words out that I'd never say, but I'm trying. Oh! Alright. Because, you know, I kept asking for it, and then it happened. And it. Chris Paul is quick as hell on here. I'll give him that. Look, he ain't even standing, like, still long enough for me to get a good image of it. Like, Ray Allen's neck. Like, look at it. How we doing that? How we doing it? Get the back of the jerseys. Alright, this is not that bad of a shot. I should have... And he made it. I didn't even know he was making it. I should have took a career in photography. Am I a good photographer? I'd have to really think about that. There's Gortat. To be fair, maybe this is why this Hornets team's so good. Because, like, look how fast they've made Chris Paul. And then, look, he's made every shot. Bro. Going back and talk about that domination, I won't lie to you. The LeBron James in that game that I imagine is the Galaxy Opal that I unlocked, his ass in one game hit like 5 step back threes. And I will show you, like, it's not even just like, like, guy in front of him, not even a fuck you three. Like, I know what that is. Unrealistic threes that were going in with defense. Now, they could have caught a foul there, but they didn't. Like, here, look, it was like this. It was very much like this. And they would go in. They would go in. That's what I should have realized something was up. Okay. Sure, Lewis. I'm going to hope. I'm going to look. I know they're not going to count these as blocks, but, like, his, like, shot was, like, so messed up both times that I'm like, are they going to say that was blocked? So. Also just realized that the referee shirts are kind of different. Because I don't know. I'd have to, like, really think what the referee shirts look like now. I don't even really know. I heard from a referee once that if you never notice that the referee's there, then they're doing a good job. But that referee that said that is always noticeable, so that means they're not doing that good of a job. So there's that. I'm also going to have to look back and see if this is what this Hornets court looks like in real life. If it's a custom court, then you know I will allow the playoff thing because I don't think because like I was telling y'all, the save I got this from was from the All-Star break because I tried to do one that started from the playoffs. That way, I literally only had to simulate the playoffs and not half of a season, and it only had the playoff teams in it. So again, like if the court was playoff only, that would make sense. So in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. But these are the questions that I am thinking of right now. As that was a good shot attempt because Jason Terry has not been that good defensively. As much as I was like, hey, you need to be in front of Allen Iverson, he can't let him score. Now he's definitely letting Chris Paul score. But an MVP and someone that was on an MVP level, so. It's also nice because we know that KD is an all-time great. This is literally his rookie year. And oh, there we go, JT. I don't think anyone's ever called. Has anybody called him that? The Jet. We all call Jason Terry. But he's making shots that like he should be making as a rookie. But you know, take it at. There we go, Richard. I was gonna go, not go. There we go. The whole team working. The whole team working right now. Especially if we can get Ray Allen to get this shot. Yeah! Oh, yeah, man. They're going to call timeout. Oh, they did. Ooh, you thought. It's a foul. I missed that. All their shots are going in and out. Okay, ours not even going in. Oh hell no, we got Jason Gordon. Come on, why does this keep happening? Because I was looking, I'm like, who the hell was that? I was like, that can't be Jason Terry. Kyle Korver, 6th man of the year. I think that's more important. I was about to say, that might be more important than winning a championship. But I'm lying. Yeah! We got it. I saw the replay already. So our bench is in. You know, I'm simulating. We've seen the bench a lot this freaking video. I was going to comment something, but I was drinking water. All right, 6-point game. Oh, we got to get Ray a triple-double. We got to get a triple-double. That obviously is not helping towards the triple-double. But that was a nice shot, so there was that. We can't get near the rebound. Are we going to be able to get this freaking rebound? That is the question now. We cherry picking? It's not really cherry. Oh! Dang you, Grant Hill. 36 by Chris Paul. MVP level Chris Paul. I'm very intrigued how he got 9 rebounds, if I'm just being honest with y'all. I don't know why Kyle Korver that backed out. I don't know that. You're not the one trying to get a triple-double, Kyle. You're the one trying to get 6 Man of the Year. Chips Ahoy. Oh, no. If y'all want to know something, if y'all go, I was about to tell y'all a secret. It's not even really a secret. I never made a description for the last video. I was that upset by things that I never made a description. I just literally uploaded it. Or this one, I'll have to have a freaking big description. So, you know, we'll see. Let's see if the sim gives Ray that triple double. Dun 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 dun. It did! Yay! There's the stats for like almost all the stats. Like it's always like Katie over 25, Ray and Rashard like 17. So good for us. As like Chris Paul got 36 and 15, which low key is kind of crazy, but for him, 5 turnovers is probably the glaring thing. So we got one more matchup to go with. We got to go to Golden State to face the Warriors. I can't wait till NBA 2K25. I'm kidding. I was gonna say just so I don't have to go through this. Dun, 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 dun. At least I was able to fix that whole problem with autosave. Like that was an easy fix. So I will say this now. If you're tuned in an hour and 2 minutes later, I already said that I'm probably more than likely just gonna simulate a good majority of December. That way we could like speed things up. And we've already played a lot of these teams. The most noteworthy matchups to me that I'll probably like play in the next video are against the Jazz, Grizzlies, and Celtics. But if there's any of these like future matchups you want to see in December, and I'll even go a little through January, because I'll probably end up playing the Lakers, but we're going to try to speed things up. Obviously, the Suns, I don't think we'll get to that far in January next video, but mainly in December. If you see any of those matchups that you want to see, comment it. If not, I'm not offended. So, Baron Davis. I ain't gonna lie, low-key kind of snubbed Baron Davis. I went right to Monte Ellis. Do they have... What team is Jason Richardson on during this era was my main question. He is on this team, so I was right as well. They also have Steve Francis. So, last matchup of this game, or last matchup of this video, us against the Warriors, who I do want to see what standing they are, because they are at 4, right? Neck and neck with the Lakers, who are in their division. I always hit the wrong button. Continuously hitting the wrong button. Bro, how do I get to the division? All right. It's weird because in the East, they got... Timeout. I was going to say. So, am I overthinking something? Because I noticed this in the last video. Because it's the top 3 in each division have the top 3 spots. That's why the Mavericks are 12 and 7. the Warriors have a better record than them, but because the Mavericks are in a different division and all that. I keep wanting to say and think it's the top four. There's not four divisions. That's in the NFL. So that's why I keep thinking that. That doesn't matter. We got this game. Let's go. That was not a fart. That was the chair. I want to hope this sounds like the chair. Yeah, it definitely sounded like a fart on. It was my chair. Look, I'll tell y'all straight up. If I fart, I'll admit it. I very rarely, if ever, farted on camera. But if I fart, I will admit it. That freaking scoreboard or jumbotron, very low to the ground. Obviously, I don't think it should affect us, but let's go ahead and get it out of the way. There's a funny face by Jason Terry, but you know, kind of how you play basketball. It's a funny face by Baron Davis as well. I gotta be all blurry. Why can't even gotta be in the way? We got the same referee. I'm trying to like get it to where you can like see the player and not have to see the back of their jersey, but obviously you see the issue here is this all blurry and crap. Oh well, y'all can deal with the blur. Also, kind of looks more unlike basketball. Right here is a good shot. Dun 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 dun. That's how the thumbnails are made, obviously. One day, I will say this. I don't think I've ever said this. This is I've revealed a lot in this episode. I've never played Super Smash Bros. I've never played Mario Kart. I don't own WWE 2K24. I will say this. And this is going to sound like a hater statement. I absolutely cannot stand thumbnails where it has like people in them and they have like a shocked face. I think this is just my personal opinion. I can't stand it. I don't. It's just it seems very fake to me. To be fair, and I watch wrestling for a lot of my life. I don't like them. So I don't think I'm not in any of my thumbnails, and I am standing back. I will not have any of those type of thumbnails on my channel. I think the only way I would do it, and I think the only way people should do it, obviously it don't matter to me because they're more likely have more subscribers and more clout on YouTube than I do. The only way I think it's acceptable is if you have that reaction in that video. So if like you have like you can't see me, but like if you have an OMG face and you take that like picture from the video and put it in the thumbnail, I think that's acceptable because then it's obviously not fake. You actually had that thought process. Well, I don't even know what I was getting at. Oh, I never will have any of those thumbnails on my channel. And if I ever do, it's because that's going to be my genuine reaction that you would see in that video. Just a hot take. Just a hot take. I gave my reason why. Just like it seems fake. It's not like really a real reaction. There's not many people's faces I'm also clamoring to see, so there's that as well. We need to wrap this up because my legs are cramping up terribly because I've been sitting too long. When I start standing up, I would probably get too dizzy. Remember in the Madden days where I had to use that crap? I'm not going to say it was a crappy controller, but... And I'm very surprised because when I was normally playing Madden, the controller would, like, unplug. But I don't think I ever experienced that on stream, as he has scored all of their points. And Baron Davis getting the side eye. This chair is getting very noisy, though, and noticeable now. Here's Ray Allen. We should check where Ray Allen is on here on the 3-point. I don't. This is something I'm gonna do that after this video, if I remember. Because I don't know if they have Reggie Miller's stats listed on here. Because if like Reggie Miller's stats aren't listed on here, then they probably already have Ray Allen as the all-time leader in 3-point shooting. So, if I can remember that. If not, I'll make a good future video. That's kind of a bad shot. I don't know why he. I don't know what any of that was. It worked out. We should have realistically just simcasted this game, but I ain't hating on any of the teams. So I promised y'all the test run. This is the test run. We're at the end. We're almost at the end, I should say. It would be funny if they did beat us, though. I don't plan on that happening. I will also say this. During that whole simulation in the month of December, maybe we get some parity, and we lose a handful of games. That way, it's like you click on it and see 19-1. And you're like, okay, this dude a little bit cheesing a little bit. Okay, that was on me. Okay. Now, I did jump once because I did think Baron Davis was shooting, and then he didn't, and then it made me jump twice. The second time around with no one literally near me. Oh. Bro, it made me hit X instead of Y. Alright. It's saying I hit X instead of... I did just say it didn't make me hit X instead of Y. But it definitely... I hit Y. And it made me look I was swiping to steal the ball. Rashard? Can Rashard get a triple-double this game? Back-to-back games of triple-doubles. Is Russell Westbrook on the team? I just want y'all to know I'm not imitating one particular person. Maybe I should create a side character for y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I definitely did feel like it was on offense because KD got in front. Bro, back-to-back games of freaking good blocks by KD. Yeah! I don't think he had all those tattoos yet, but I'm not judging. Alright, we're going to do this and hope that it's just a close game at the end. So I can jump back in. And it's not. And that's the end. So that was the test run 4 and 0. Everybody, at least all the freaking teams had somebody that scored 30 points. So defensively, we need like a lockdown guy. We don't have that. It's not like a necessity, but it would help things out a little bit, stats-wise. Ray Allen over here only missed one shot. Nick Collison only missed one shot. Shout out to him. He wants that contract extension that I keep ignoring, but I promised he would stay on the team as long as I'm here. So As long as he wants to be here and I'm here. So we'll have to go back in, wrap things up. A little bit of an extended episode, but it was a big episode nonetheless. So, like I said, the next episode of SuperSonics should be a little bit quicker because I plan on simulating most of December. Let's look at, because like I said, a lot of the teams we've already played. We've already played the Nets. We've already played the Wolves. We might check the Jazz game. Probably check the Celtics. And check the Wizards. And then the episode after that, we'll play the Grizzlies and Lakers. So, what was I getting? Ray Allen. Transaction report. There's Eddie Nahara for Casey Jacobson. Look at this. Look, he's trying to get me upset, but I'm not. It's nothing really worth getting mad about. Where stands and where do I go? League history, NBA records. Okay. We could definitely probably break this record in a game if we wanted to. Do I need to go career? Okay. Huh? How Wilt career? I guess this is points in a season. I thought. Timeout. All right. So Reggie Miller's stats do show up. So. Am I looking at this wrong? I would say probably not. So. I'm doing the math on the calculator. I probably could have done it, but I didn't feel like it. We need 329 threes, which, to be fair, if I just started shot chucking, probably could get this done. But, we got time with that. I'm trying to see. So, all-time points should be Kareem. So, I'm looking at the right section. I think that this, however, I think if I push the button, then it would take me to it. So I'm on the career section now. How the hell is Kareem at 85 overall, by the way? I guess this is probably their last years in the league. Which Wilt retiring at a 99 overall is a bit crazy. Shaq, the only active player that I see on this list. It's also funny because Charles Barkley's not in the game, but they got his stats. Kind of makes sense. Dominique, shout out. I did not know he was on here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else of note. Anybody Shaq's on this? Tim Duncan got a lot of blocks. He's only been in the league, bro. Timeout. That is low key kind of crazy because Tim Duncan got drafted in '98 because he won a ring his second year, and we're in 07, 08. So this is his almost 9th, 10th season in the league. That's actually kind of nuts. He came out and was immediately a top guy like that. Is there anything else of note? Let's look at team intel. Nobody has anybody on. No team has anybody on the trading block, which it's not that interesting. I should have looked at the little things down there. LeBron won't get traded. CP3. I can't wait until we get past January or December and get into January because it's my favorite time where I get to see like the reward races. So, like I said, next episode we more than likely will play the Jazz and Celtics. Then Celtics and Wizards might pop into the Jazz game. And then the episode after that do that Lakers Grizzlies back to back. We'll see a lot closer time. So this was an extended episode. Like I said, that was the test run. We surpassed it. We're on the right trajectory. So thank you for watching again. Like, comment, subscribe, all that extra stuff. If I would appreciate it. And stay safe. And I'll see you in the next one.